what would you say in terms of pattern recognition that most people in recruiting never notice until it's too late?
So I think one of the key metrics, if you're running a recruiting team or recruiting organization, to determine the health of your customer base, each individual client, if you're at a staffing or recruiting agency, or the health of your business and the hiring managers within it, if you're an internal recruiting team, is your time to fill, your time to hire, and the confidence in the momentum, right? And the what I would say, like the decision making velocity. So for example, if you're running a tech recruiting firm, and with a lot of junior people, they would have maybe one or two accounts, and they'd have a good relationship, and there'd be real opportunity at some of these accounts. And they'd say, I got a great candidate, for Jim over at this company. Send the resume or call Jim. Yeah, let me take a look. I'll get back to you. They're like, oh, sure, cool. Yeah, Jim's going to take a look. It's going to be great. If someone says, hey, let me take a look, I'm basically like, this person's never going to hire someone ever. Like, that's I have like a cynical view.
Hmm.
The response of someone who's a viable customer in that moment where you could generate revenue is, yeah, I'm available Monday at 10 a.m.
Mm.
Right? Like, that's the signal you're looking for to determine if you're fishing in the right pond. And so, there's always some variation of that. And part of it is, did you do a good job pitching the customer? Do you have the right relationship? Do they trust you? But if all those things are true, and they're like, yeah, let me take a look. I'll take a gander. We might be hiring someone. That person you'll probably never hear back from them, right?
Yeah.
So it's a waste of time. So I think that the pattern match that you have to look for in really any sales role, or you're trying to, there's some sort of compelling event. That's what I always say when it comes to like how you can accelerate a deal, accelerate a transaction. On the other side of that transaction, the person who's buying needs to have some compelling event in their world that is motivating them to get something done by a specific timeline. So if someone raises 20 million and they have to hire 15 people to build an AI tool, and they know they're already behind, that compelling event exists. And they have the
Yeah.
budget and the resources to, transact and do, utilize your service and hire the job seekers and the candidates that you present to them. If someone is running a team and it's status quo and they're kind of like, it would be nice to have this engineer on my team, they don't have a compelling event per se. Right. So what I would always teach people to look for in terms of pattern matching is asking the question, cool, how's your team doing? Oh yeah, everything's great.
Uh,
Anyone anyone leave recently? Now, if they're like, yeah, we just lost our lead developer. Cool, I actually have a lead. That might be great based on what I know about what you look for. Right. And now
mm,
that's a compelling. If someone has a vacancy with someone that left that had real responsibilities, that's a compelling event. Right. Or do you have any product releases coming up? When is it? Any resource, allocation issues to meet your deadline. So you want to know how to ask questions that are relevant to your decision maker and the people that you're, transacting with. And the same thing goes on the job seeker side. What patterns are you looking for? So it's important to pattern match around like what we would call the most, which is money, opportunity, start date, and timing.